Well, hey girl, welcome to the channel. My name is Kim and this is Uncovering Self-Love. So if you watched my last few videos, you know I told you that my little selfie stick is broke, and so I have you guys still propped up in the kitchen. Y'all like up under the kitchen cabinet and everything. But just wanted to let you know that in case it looks weird, funny, or off or something. You know I'm gonna say, get you some water. Drink you some water. Y'all, I have not been doing good with drinking the water. I've not been doing good. Today, I think I told you guys, today, this holds 3.5 cups. And I've drunk, I just drunk one. I'm thinking because sometimes I will have one of these on the nightstand at night and drink it through the night. So I was couldn't remember if I finished off one last night and then finished one during the day. That would be 7. I feel like maybe I did. I feel like that's almost normally the case. But anyway, get you some water and drink it, because a lot of times we do not drink enough water. We're dehydrated. So put you some lemon in it. That's what I did too. I bought a lemon because I like lemon, and I feel like it does help me drink more water. But the lemon I had this time, I don't know. It wasn't right, y'all. I'm spilling water all over. I do have a straw, but it's in my other cup. So look, y'all, I got on my good vibes dress, and I am sending good vibes to you, love to you, well wishes to you, hugs to you. And I just hope that you're doing well today. I thought that I would chit chat with you while I'm making dinner. Just got home from work. I do Uber Eats. So I just got home. And I went to the store. Went to Aldi. And so I got some broccoli. 2 packages of broccoli. I think the last time the video I did, I was going to say the last video I did, but even if it's not a video, just like everybody else, I just about get the same things. Got some chickpea pasta, mushrooms, 4 containers of mushrooms. And these are baby Bella mushrooms, if you want to know. And you can buy them. If you don't eat mushrooms, I'm going to say try it. You might like it. You can buy them like this, or you can get them sliced. Just go to Aldi or any store and get the sliced mushrooms. I have these, but you can get the white ones. I think they taste just as good once after you season them. And season them with whatever seasoning that you normally might put on your chicken or something. For me, I put on, it depends on what I have or what I want. Normally, it's the same thing. I used to really put on smoked paprika, but I don't have any. I haven't had any in months, and I keep forgetting to buy some. But paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. Oh, I want to say something else. Sometimes I put oregano on there, but just put some paprika on there and onion powder. Oh, salt. That's what I'm missing. And try it. You will like roast it in the oven. So buy the ones already sliced. They are cheap and you don't have to do any work. Take them out of the package, put them on the pan. Drizzle some oil, whatever oil you have that you like to use. Put some paprika on there, salt, and onion powder, or garlic, or all of it. And you'll like it. And I got some tomatoes. Most everything I cook is roasted. I think it just gives it a better flavor. So I'm gonna have some pasta tonight. So I need to get my water going. I think I need to I need to slice my mushrooms. So in the pasta, I'm gonna have some broccoli, mushrooms, roasted tomatoes, and mushrooms. So I'm gonna prepare the tomatoes and mushrooms and put those in the oven, and I will be right back. All right, y'all. I put my tomatoes and mushrooms in the oven. They are roasting. I put my broccoli on. My water is on for the pasta. I made my sauce. So I talked about this before in the last video, and the sauce is it's a vegan sauce. I found it on Pinterest. This may or may not be the whole recipe, but it's supposed to be like a take on like Alfredo sauce. Does it taste like Alfredo sauce to me? No, but I like it. So what it is, you use a heavy cream. And that is, the cream is walnuts and water. And I think depending on how much walnuts you put in, that's how thick it gets. Or I feel like after it sits for a little bit. But I put about a cup and a half of water. Then I add walnuts. I don't know the amount because I don't measure it. And so I mix that, I blend that together. And then I add some seasoning. I put some salt, paprika, oregano, garlic powder in there, and a little piece of onion. And then I blend that up. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit. So that's my sauce. And I'm gonna have chickpea pasta, like I said. And what I like about this is it has one ingredient. And what does it say? 100% chickpea flour. So that's it. I really don't like to buy, or trying, I don't say trying not to buy. I pretty much really don't do it anymore. Foods that have like a paragraph of ingredients. We need 5 or less. And like you've heard before, these are ingredients that you know what they are and that you can read them, you can pronounce them. And it says, you know, it's organic and non-GMO. Love that. And same thing for the nuts. Non-GMO. And then the oil I use, and all these, I was going to say all these I got from Aldi. Not everything. I did get this from Aldi. And this says, this is also, says non-GMO. But like my channel says, uncovering self-love. Uncovering self-love for me is, you know, learning how to love yourself. I think so often, like if you were to ask someone if they love themselves, we would, you know, of course, scream, yes, we do love ourselves. But, you know, the more I think about it, first I look at other people and judge, and then God has to bring it back to me like, no, look at yourself. And I'm like, to what extent do we love ourselves? And I feel like it's based on, and what is self-love? I feel like a lot of people would ask. And to me, my definition of self-love is everything in your life that you do to take care of yourself, from the smallest, simplest thing to the biggest thing, from like, you know, filing your nails to make sure they look nice. You know, just the pampering and self-care financially. It's everything. One thing I want to start talking about that I have not talked about much, I think I only did it in one video, is I would like women to start, well, I have shared this before, to start putting yourself first. Start taking time out for you. So many times, well, all the time, we put everyone first. The kids, the husband, the boyfriend, the work, your job, your parents. And those things, of course, need to get taken care of. But we need to start taking care of ourselves first and giving ourselves what we need. And I think the first thing that would be a great start to anyone's day, is a start to my day, is to spend the first part of the day when you wake up with God. That is reading the Bible and praying. And if you're not doing that, and exercising, those are the first two things that I do most days. Did I do it today? I did not do it today, girl. I was tired, so I wanted to sleep more, but that just means that, you need to make sure that you keep a schedule. Like, we put our kids on schedule. A lot of us don't like to be on a schedule, but we do need to be on a schedule. It does help if you're getting up at the same time and getting into bed at the same time, and you're getting enough rest and sleep. Y'all, did I put salt in the water? I don't think I did. I'm gonna do it now for the pasta. We're not doing that, and that's what I'm working on. I think right now the areas that I'm loving myself the most is spending time with God and praying and reading the Bible, and also exercising. I'm not doing that daily, but definitely weekly. I do want to do it, make sure I do it 5 to 6 days a week. Really, 5 to 6 days, because I do have 1 day of rest. And on that day of rest, I don't do anything. That's supposed to be the day that I spend more time with God. So that's what I need to do. I'm good with reading the Bible and praying and sitting in silence with God, but I need to study the Bible more. And I feel like that's what God has been, asking me to do, is just, spend even more time with Him. But if you don't get up early, I would say just set your clock 5 minutes early. That's not a whole lot of time. 5 minutes earlier than what it's set for now, to get up, during the week before you get your day started. And have some time. If you don't have the Holy Bible app, or if you've never heard of it, my phone is in the car. I will show you guys. So let me go get it so I can't show you. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna put my pasta on. If I can open it. Okay, pasta on. Let me pull up the app. Now, what I do with the glasses, y'all? Oh, here they are. So the Holy Bible app is an app that you can download on your phone. They have different Bible verses. You can also compare the verses. And what I like, for if you have not read, like if you've never done this, or you stopped doing it for whatever reason, and you just feel like you don't have the time, I feel like this is a good way to get you back into the routine of reading a little bit of Bible and spending some time with God. It's where is the app? Short and sweet. Oh, here it is. So every day, Wait, let me go back and show you what it looked like. So that is the app right there. It says Holy Bible app. Hopefully you can see that. And every day they have a Bible verse. And with the Bible verse, you see this person, they also have someone talking about the Bible verse. And then after that person is talking, and it, like it says, a generous invitation. I guess the time on there is 2 to 5 minutes. So the verse of the day is Revelations 3:20. Look, I stand at the door and knock. If you hear my voice and open the door, I will come in and we will share a meal together as friends. Well, how perfect is that? That's an invitation for you to come and spend time with God. So that's the Bible verse. And I'll just kind of click on here. When you click, you'll hear the person talking about it.
That you have missed an important visitor because you couldn't hear the doorbell ring. I mean, your phone was on silent, you were wearing headphones, and maybe you were distracted. Jesus says in Revelation chapter 3 and verse 20, behold, I knock at the door of your heart. And if you will open, I...
Okay, so I didn't show all of it, but... Okay, and then here is some more that you can read on that Bible verse every day, explaining more about it. And it doesn't take long at all. And after that, they also have, it says make time for God. They have everything that you need in there. Can you see it? There's a glare. And you turn this on and you can sit with God quietly. It also has, how come I know? Oh, can you hear that? So just some nice instrumental music that you can just sit in peace and quiet with God. And at this time, you could be praying, but you need to take time where you're not praying, where you're just sitting, you know, and hear what he has to say for you. And if you're new to all this, because I remember when I first started going to church, and you know, people talk about God speaking to you, and how, like, you just can't imagine how. Honey, he will. He will use, there's different ways that he speaks to you. I won't get into that, but mostly through the Bible and sometimes through people. But once you start praying and reading the Bible, you will feel like what you're reading is addressing the problem or situation that you're going through. So yeah, just make sure you start putting yourself first and taking care of you, taking time for yourself. What was I going to say? Oh, because I want to ask you a question. What is the most valuable thing that you have, that you own? What's the most, just take a moment to sit with that and think, what's the most valuable thing that you have? It's you, because you are priceless. We cannot replace you, and we know we've heard that before. But if you're sick and you're not feeling good, nothing else really matters. It doesn't matter. If you're sick and you're not doing well or you pass away, there's going to be somebody else to step in to do your job at work. We know how fast they like to replace you on the job. There'll be someone else that have to take care of your kids, help take care of your home, or whatever it may be. One thing that I like to say, and I want to talk going to start talking on this more, is I want women to start loving yourselves like you would love, treat, and talk to a newborn. And when I say, I keep wanting to say infant, so sometimes I may say infant, but a newborn that is hours old. I feel like there's no other time in your life that you get such love, kindness, gentleness, no judgment. You get spoken to with a nice tone, acceptance. There's no other time in your life. Even when you're like 2 or 3, you know, if a 2-year-old does this, they be like, she just acting, stop, ain't nothing wrong with you. And it could be true. We've all said that. But when you're a newborn crying, you know, the tone is different. Oh, it's okay. Your tone is different. How you talk to the baby's different. How you look at the situation is different. No matter what they're going through, they're crying, they're hurt about something. So that's the way we need to treat ourselves, with the, you know, such love and kindness. And you know, we make sure that baby has everything that it needs: the love, the clothes, the food, the doctor's appointments. You know, when your baby is hours old, there are only a certain amount of people that can even be around that baby and see that baby. You don't give access to everyone to come see that child. Only the most, you know, important people in your life, the people that you trust, the people that, you know, are going to treat that baby with love and kindness. Not everybody has access to that. And, you know, we also need to think about what just love. I think I didn't skipped all over, but I wanted to say, I was going to say at one point, you know, with loving yourself and taking care of yourself, they're the most important things that we need to do for our lives. No one else can do that for us. We can motivate you. We can give you money. We can give you the books, the education, send you to college, send you to the whatever it may be. But you have to do the work. You're the one that can eat the healthy food. You're the only one that can exercise. You're the only one that can think those positive thoughts. Nobody can think for you. So if you're always thinking negative and, you know, you're sad and down, and those things do happen, but what I'm saying, nobody can give you the most very important things that we need, which is the food you eat, to exercise, the drinking, whatever you may drink or don't drink. Nobody can give that to you. And those are the things that you know, you need to be the best you. So many times, you know, since I'm getting healthier, so many people, and even without me, you hear it around like, oh, I can't eat that, I don't want to eat that. And I do understand that it does not happen overnight. And, you know, so many older people, we say we don't want to be a burden on our kids. Well, if you're not taking care of yourself and you're not exercising, you're not eating healthy, I feel like that is just kind of bound to happen. Now, don't get me wrong, things can happen anyway, because that's where people want to say, you know, you can do all that and those things do happen, can still happen. And that is true. But if you are doing the right thing, you're going to be better off, you know, in the long run. And you need exercise your whole life. Think about when you have an operation, the first thing they do is get you up. They get you moving. You don't get to sit down and relax. You need to get moving, because sitting down it's not going to help you heal. It's not going to get you back up on your feet. Not going to be healthy. Excuse me, let me check on my roasted vegetables. Oh, yeah, I think they done. I be cooking stuff too long. Overcooking it. And my broccoli. I want a little firmness to the broccoli. I've been overcooking it. My father, girl, if you, if there's a little firm, I was going to say crunch, but if there's a little firmness to the broccoli, you don't want it. It's hard. It's not done. But it shouldn't be mushy. Let me get a, yep, that is done. Oh, I already turned it off. Okay. Okay, so once you start spending your 5 minutes, I don't know where I left off. I had to check on the food. But once you start spending just your 5 minutes with God, then bump it up to 10 minutes, and then throw in 5 minutes of exercise. Maybe you might, for the first month, 5 minutes, you're waking up early, you're doing the Holy Bible app. The second month, you're adding another 5 minutes, still doing the Holy Bible app, but maybe the other 5 minutes is just sitting in silence while you're maybe sipping on your coffee, tea, water, whatever it is you may drink in the morning. And then another 5 minutes for exercise. There's so many quick exercises that you can do. And no matter your your age or limitation, there are a lot of seated workouts. If you don't know, there are a lot of workouts for older. We know for the younger people, they they have stuff, but for older people too, they have senior exercising. And you might be young and want to do a senior exercise because you might just, realistically, you don't want to exercise. You don't like to exercise. But just to get started, you can do that. You might have some kind of limitation. You might be injured. You might have a type of handicap or something. I've done it where I've sat. I've done it where my knee was hurt and one arm hurt, but the side that do work, that's the side I work. Say this arm is hurting. If they marching, then I'm just moving the one arm. So move what you can move. And like I said, anytime in life, all the time, you'll need to exercise. I remember my mom, when she was in the hospital, she's passed away now. It's been several years ago. But they gave her exercises in the bed to do. And one of them was just, say she's laying on her back. My arms, oh, look at that, y'all. That did not look good. I'm going to face you this way. My arms are the legs and hands are the feet. And she just had to move her feet up and down. And like for me, like I said, I'm consistent with exercising. My body made me be more consistent because if I don't exercise, I don't feel as well. I'm not as mobile. And that is the one thing too, as you get older. And I'm not saying that for all older people. I had hurt my knee or something. But if you're not exercising and moving, if you're not exercising, you won't be as mobile and fit and limber and be able to do the things that you want to do. So that means you don't have the freedom. Let me turn off this pasta. To do the things that you want to do, that you like to do. Maybe simple as going on a walk, playing with the grandkids, going on a trip, walking on your own instead of perhaps being in a scooter. But yeah, we need to make sure we exercise and take care of ourselves and put yourself first, and also give yourself some rest. Have some time where you just rest and you're not doing anything. And I know some of you guys, a lot of us, you're so busy. You have the kids and so many activities, and you might be a single parent And it's just hard to find that time. But if you can find one day, maybe it's an hour for that day. Maybe somebody can help take care of the kids and just have that time for yourself. And when you get that time for yourself, don't clean. We're not cleaning up the house. We're not organizing. We're not going out buying groceries. We're not cooking food. This is time for you, not the household or the kids or anyone else. This is time for you to take for yourself, whether you just relax and soak in the tub, watch your favorite movie, do something that you want to do. Go to a movie, go sit in the park, go walk in the park, go have lunch with I was going to say with a friend, but we need time. This is you by yourself. So, have a date with yourself at home. All right, girl. So here is the pasta. You see the broccoli, and I have the roasted tomatoes and mushrooms in there. I already tasted it, but I'm going to taste it again for y'all. My sauce is not as thick as I would like it. Probably because I'm not following the recipe. I mean, I have the ingredients, but not the exact measurements. But it tastes good. So, I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember to love yourself. And put yourself first. No one can love you like you love yourself. Not even if you're married. Because that person can think for you, eat for you, exercise for you. They can't do the very most important things that we need to do for ourselves. All right. Bye.